men who made Edo State proud at the 20th National Sports Festival Edo 2020, which came to a glorious end on the 14th of April 2020. They will be honored by the governor of the state, His Excellency Godwin Obaseki, and that will be tomorrow. It's going to be at 6 p.m. There's going to be a state dinner for that team, and it will be at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium, the tennis court of the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium, to tell them thank you for making the state proud. Thank you for doing well. Yes, our younger brothers eventually topped the medal table, but at least they gave a very good account of themselves. So Team Edo to be honored tomorrow by His Excellency, the Governor of Edo State, and we'll look forward to that. Great stuff happening all over the sporting world. Of course, you know that yesterday, Enyimba International qualified for the quarterfinals of the CAF Confederation Cup, and today the chairman of the club, Felix Ayasiago, who's been a chairman for a while, and you've got to say he's one of the most successful club chairmen in world football, not just in Nigeria, not just in Africa. He's thanking the governor of the state for the support. He's dedicating the victory to the governor of the state for giving them massive support. And fallout from the ESL, the European Super League, we can tell you that the 6 clubs who were involved in that breakaway move, that their executives, they will no longer be holding positions in the English Premier League. This is just coming out, and so we'll be looking at that story and telling you everything that is on. And of course, RB Leipzig, they have appointed a new manager following the departure of Julian Nagelsmann. Well, he's still there. He will be leaving at the end of the season to take up the job at Bayern Munich. Good evening. Welcome to Sports Fiesta. It is live on 92.7 KUFM, Benin City. My name is Saliu Ibrahim, but they call me the Sports Ibracadabra because I bring magic to sports presentation and analysis. Agosa Agbekan, the Sports Maestro, is here, as well as Nancy. All right, guys, let's get into it. First, we start from home and talking about Edo State. We hear that tomorrow the governor of the state, His Excellency Godwin Obaseki, is going to be honoring the athletes who represented Edo State, Team Edo, at the there's going to be a state dinner for them. And listen, guys, invitation is attendance is strictly by invitation. If you are not invited, please do not come anywhere. Now, there's going to be strictly by invitation. And so the athletes that represented Edo State, Team Edo, they are going to be honored. And of course, we know that they did well at the competition. They won 129 gold, 104 silver, and 108 bronze medals, making it a total of 341. That's really impressive. It should be winning, topping the medals table, but Delta State, hey, they got 158 gold, 116 silver, and 110 bronze medals to make it 384. So it is actually progress for Edo State, because at the last, before Edo 2020 in 2018 in Abuja, they finished third on the medals table. But this time they've done better, won more gold medals than they did at that competition. So maybe by Delta 2022, if they get their acts right in the pool, because that was where Edo State was supposed to really compete with Delta, but we saw that it did not happen. Bielsa was the one that actually competed with Delta. So if Edo can get it right in the pool, and you know now that we've got functional swimming pools at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium, but I think it will be, you need more than just those pools at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium. You need to have places where young men and women can train in the water before you can have a formidable team that can compete with Delta and Bayelsa State in the pool. But tomorrow the governor will be honoring Team Edo.
Well, I think that's something great. Haven't done well, though they did not finish as top. They did very well, surpassing the position they got to at the Abuja National Sports Festival, which was held at Abuja. But this time around, we were the host, and we expected that we could finish on top. But preparation, quality preparation is the key to success. And regarding the pool you just talked about, I think now I haven't seen the kind of swimming pool at the Samuel Gbarado Stadium. All the swimmers in Benin will want to find out. I think the council in charge of swimmers, or rather the departments that is in charge of the swimmers in the state, they should create a platform of which will enable them to be training all the time before a tournament. Not when next festival is around the corner, then they start bringing all this fire brigade approach. Will not give you medals at all. So if they start right now, the next one is next year, and it will be hosted by Data. So the moment they ended that ceremony, I think preparation should be in top gear for them to start preparing for the next one. Because sometimes we feel, 12 months is big, it's a long time. Before you know what's happening, you start running from pillar to post to see how you can meet up with preparation. But then all the same, I think with the state government and with the kind of passion they have for sports, I'm sure they are going to ensure that every sporting event and their coaches and athletes are being taken care of, and they are going to hit the camp on time in order for them to do very well. Data will not continue to dominate over those states. There should be a platform and a structure with which Edo will work on and see how they can dethrone Delta State. Well, I think that's really good. I just hope that all the athletes that made us proud, they'll be compensated, be given something from the government, no matter how big or small it is. But once you do very well and somebody say thank you for this, I think that goes to show that you have to do more, and also get more. So we wish them all the best, and we hope that tomorrow they all will be full of smiles. Last time out, when they went to Abuja, I was there at the Samuel Gbarado Stadium when the past administration, that of Governor Adams Oshiomhole, came to the stadium to celebrate with the athletes and all that. And I think in that competition, one Edo athlete won.
When they went to Abuja. Are you sure you're talking about the last time? It was 2018 that they went to Abuja.
Okay, 20. I'm talking about.
Was there with
I'm talking about the first tenure. That was in 20. Was it 20?
It should be 2012.
2011 or 2012.
2012.
Yeah, I think between that period.
That was the last festival.
Before
they
did well. There was an athlete who won about was it 4 or 5 gold medals in one event, and the athlete was handsomely rewarded. So when you have people performing that way and they are getting their reward, you too will be inspired to say, okay, let me see how I can go on to do very well in my own sporting event and also win so many medals. So for me, I think it is good. Let's see how we can build on this. Third, now second, the next one, I just hope that to be first position for Team Edo.
Well, I think it's a good thing that the governor is organizing a dinner for these athletes, because they actually worked so hard for this, and this is going to go a long way in pushing them. I mean, if at the last festival they came third, this one 2020 they came second, then next year's we should be expecting them coming out first, because the governor has gone to prove that he's actually ready to invest so much in sports, and this is quite impressive.
But don't want to dampen anybody's spirit, but Team Delta, the day of the closing ceremony, they were telling everybody within earshot, make una no just put hope, after they got the right to host the next National Sports Festival.
It shocked them.
No goal for anybody. Once you come to a letter, we are going to take everything. That was what they were saying. But of course, they know that Edo is going to give them a run for their money. They know that Bayelsa will battle them in the pool. They know that they are going to get competition from athletes from Lagos and other states. Yeah. But the thing is, if they can go to Abuja and top the medals table, come to Edo and top the medals table, now that they will be in their
hometown,
in their backyard. Come on. They are just telling you. No, but look, it is healthy rivalry. It's what you want to hear. But so, come on, even if it were if we are top the medal table, of course we'll be telling them we are coming to Delta to also top the medal table, and that's how it is. We need that kind of rivalry, so long as it is healthy and people are happy, and they tell you, look, it's okay. It's not trash talking if you can back it up. It's not bragging if you can back it
walk
up.
the walk and
You
talk the
say,
talk, then
I'm going to knock. Come on, Muhammad Ali, master psychologist. He did that to so many great boxers, got under their skin, and eventually he knocked them out. And even today, you hear that being said in the UFC. You had Jorge Masvidal after he was beaten by Kamaru Usman. He said, bless you and all that. I thought I had your number, but you were the one that actually had my number. But before then, he was talking like he was going to absolutely obliterate Usman in the octagon. But when Usman beat him, he had to say, yeah, bros, you passed me. All right, guys, let's go on this break. We'll be right back. Please stay tuned.
Oh yes, Nasco quality cornflakes are so full of nourishing goodness because they are whole-flaked cornflakes. Whole-flaked cornflakes are made by a natural flaking process that retains all the natural goodness of the whole corn for whole nutrition, whole taste, and whole crunchiness for the whole family. So next time you're eating cornflakes, make sure it's whole-flaked Nasco cornflakes. Nasco cornflakes, nourishing goodness anytime.
Eye of the land, the founding fathers of labor, and our time to serve is now. The glory of the new Edo nation will forever be our pride. Beautiful Edo, glorious Edo, you're the heartbeats of Nigeria. Beautiful Edo, glorious Edo, stars are singing over you. You're the land people dream to be.
Yeah, the men and women who made Edo State proud at the National Sports Festival Edo 2020, they are going to be honored tomorrow at a state dinner by the governor of Edo State, His Excellency Godwin Obaseki. We expect also that the deputy governor, who was an athlete at that event, he won a gold medal. And you know that we were saying it, look, when Alfredo Koligwe was saying that when they are giving the reward, the deputy governor too should get as an athlete.
Sure. Yeah, he
can decide that he wants to donate it to somebody or whoever, but he should get his own as a member of the football team that won the gold medal. He wasn't just a member, he wasn't a cheerleader. He was a cheerleader, he was a scout, he was a motivator, everything. But he was also a player. He played and he made some moves that the fans just went wild with excitement.
I remember his presence also helped them to come back from 2 goals down. It's very rare.
Being a motivator.
Yeah, everything. So it should be part of.
Yeah, and that final was their best match. Final was the most exciting match I saw them play, coming from 2 goals down and to eventually beat Lagos 3-2. They did not even need the penalty shootout. Yeah, they got the winning goal via a penalty, but it was in regulation time. So wonderful display from them, and they won. To me, the most important gold medals of the competition, the men's football gold and the women's football gold. They won both of them. So tomorrow they are going to be honored at the Samuel Ogbomudia Stadium at 6 p.m. The tennis court. Attendance is strictly by invitation. If you are not invited, you cannot be there. All right, let's talk football. And we are talking about Nigeria's sole representative in the CAF Confederation Cup. In fact, the sole representative on the continent at the moment, talking club football. Well, we know that Rivers Angels will soon be representing Nigeria, but for the men, it is just Enyimba International. The chairman of the club, Felix Ayasi Ago, he has dedicated the victory over Orlando Pirates to Abia State Governor Dr. Okeze Ikpeazu, declaring that he made the victory possible with his support. Ayasi, who is still basking in the euphoria of the victory that has seen the club reach the quarterfinals of the tournament, said the governor stood at nothing to ensure Enyimba came out victorious. Quoting him, "It was a hard-earned victory. The boys played with determination and courage. I salute them. I am also grateful to Governor Okeze Ikpeazu, and I am dedicating our victory and qualification for the quarterfinals to him. Just 10 minutes before the kick-off, as we were set to file out, His Excellency did something. He reached out to me on phone and prayed for us. He encouraged us to go all out. he assured me we will win. He specifically said we shouldn't lose faith that victory is certain. All right, so we're happy when the government supports the club and they go on to do well. But no disrespect, but honestly, anybody should not even be playing in the CAF Confederation Cup. We hope that they will use this as preparation for the CAF Champions League next season. They really should be playing, mixing things up with Al Ahly. Yeah, they had an Al Ahly in their group, but that was Al Ahly Benghazi. We want them playing with Al Ahly of Egypt, the FIFA's club of the century in Africa. That's what we want to see from Enyimba International. So hopefully next season things will improve and they will do much better than they did this season. But congratulations are in order to Enyimba for at least still keeping Nigeria represented on the continent. All right, let's move to Europe now. And I told you that the fallout, the repercussions from the European Super League, it's going to be with us for some time. Honestly, I believe even in the next couple of seasons, we will still be hearing stories about this. What we can tell you right now is that the executives of the club that were involved in that failed European Super League, they have been forced to resign from advisory roles at the Premier League. The move is a consequence of the so-called Big Six teams attempting to set up a league which drew widespread criticism before it fell apart. The 14 other Premier League clubs, they felt betrayed by the move and they demanded that executives involved, including Manchester United's Ed Woodward, Liverpool's Tom Werner, and Manchester City's Ferran Soriano, they should step down. Woodward and Werner, they will no longer sit on the Premier League's Club Broadcast Advisory Group. Soriano and Arsenal's chief executive, Vinay Venkatesham, they will be removed from the club's strategic advisory group, while Chelsea chairman Bruce Buck will no longer be on the audit and remuneration committee. Tottenham, who were also part of the short-lived European Super League breakaway, they were not represented in the three groups which were introduced 18 months ago and discuss ideas before they are presented to clubs to vote on. The resignations will not affect any of the 6 clubs' voting rights. So, at least the 14 other clubs just told them, look, we are very angry at what happened, so we need to see something. Heads must roll. At least, first of all, these people that are in certain roles, we do not want to see them anymore. Please, they have to resign from. You can keep them as your club executive if you want to, but we don't want them. They are not even saying the owners should. They are not saying anything about the owners. Let the fans of the club go and deal with the owners. But those chief executive and chairman, they don't want to see them anymore, and that's why now these guys have been forced to resign.
Yeah, because the feds they were the ones pushing for the European Super League, and that's the reason. And the fans said they were not consulted. Even managers were not consulted. Players, So when these kind of things happen, you just have to take some drastic action in order for to have a repeat of it. Yes, like Florentino Perez said that he's still on hold. It's on standby. I just hope that this kind of project will not come out once again, though he's still keeping faith with those that are pulled out of the Super League. Maybe hopefully they might have a rethink and come back some other time, but I don't think it's right. And right now, the fact that they have asked every one of them to leave their advisory roles, because they felt for someone to be taking that kind of position and you are now involved in the breakaway Super League, then you don't deserve to be in that position. So that's the right thing to do. But concerning the club, they can still remain chief executive of their clubs and all that, take their normal roles. If the fans have a huge say in what is happening, they can as well use their platform to push them out and say, we don't need this man as our chief executive anymore because he has betrayed us. Not only that he has left his position in the advisory roles, but right now we don't also want them in this club because they are like virus right now. Despite they've all got experience, and when it comes to managing football clubs, getting transfers done and everything, fine. But with this that they've done, who knows? Tomorrow something like this could just happen. So that's we are trying to like do everything possible to ensure that this kind of project will not arise anymore. No matter how they're going to paint it, no matter how they're going to look at it and say it's going to be more favorable to bring more money and all that. I think they can also make more money if they add more funds to the already Champions League formats that they've got instead of trying to pull out. So without this kind of drastic action, I don't think these kind of people will take themselves out from this kind of project. So this is the best way to go.
Okay, and staying in Europe, RB Leipzig, they have announced that the American manager Jesse March will replace Julian Nagelsmann as their new coach. He is currently the manager of Red Bull Salzburg, and you know that RB Leipzig and Red Bull Salzburg, they are sponsored by the same Red Bull. In fact, they don't call it Red Bull in Germany because of the class, so that's why it's called Rosenball Leipzig instead of, but it actually means Red Bull Leipzig. Okay, then but they call it Red Bull Salzburg. So he will start a role, a new two-year role when Nagelsmann leaves to become Bayern Munich manager at the end of the season. March is 47. He was assistant at Leipzig during the 2018-2019 season. So their chief executive, talking about RB Leipzig chief executive Oliver Mintzlaff, he said that Jesse knows the club, the city of Leipzig, and above all, the club and the playing philosophy. So that's why they want him to come and take over. He had a spell as a coach of the major league side, New York Red Bulls, and after his stint at Leipzig, he made the switch to Red Bull Salzburg. He won the league and cup double with the Austrian side last season, and is on course to do the same again in the current campaign. So he is a proven winner, and that's why they want him to take over at RB Leipzig. But this one that Nagelsmann, who knows the club inside out, and they are looking like the only ones that will challenge Bayern Munich. But now he has left them to join Bayern, and that's one thing with Bayern. Every time they see competition, they just go there and pick them. They've done it several times with Borussia Dortmund, their star players. So do not be surprised if you see Erling Braut Haaland heading to Bayern Munich. And now even the managers are not safe. They go to RB Leipzig to get their best manager. So that's the situation, you know, with what is happening in the world of football. March is going to be taking over as the manager of RB Leipzig. Their former manager has he will be leaving at the end of the season, and that means he is going to be joining the German national team as coach, because Joachim Löw is leaving after Euro 2020. Okay, finally, before we start taking your calls, let's go to boxing, and this time we are looking at Andy Ruiz. Remember, the guy stunned everyone by beating Anthony Joshua, knocked out Anthony Joshua. That's the only L in the record of Anthony Joshua. And Ruiz, he says, tears, a new regime, and a hunger to recapture the world heavyweight title has fueled his recent shedding of 55 pounds. So he has dropped 55 pounds from his weight. He's preparing to return to the ring for the first time in 18 months. It's almost unrecognizable from the guy who fought Anthony Joshua twice, but the second time he was even overweight than he was the first time, more overweight than he was when he fought Anthony Joshua the first time. He's a Mexican. He has not fought since he lost to Anthony Joshua in December of 2019. One moment after the defeat, he admitted to partying, and this led to substantial weight gain and a below par performance. And you wonder why Anthony Joshua did not knock him out that second fight, because the fight went the distance. Though Anthony Joshua dominated, got a unanimous points decision. He's saying that if he had taken more care of himself, he would have been able to gets that victory over Joshua
in that match. After all the spending, after all the partying and all that. See, as a boxer, if you want to really do well in boxing, if after winning a fight which nobody thought you were going to win, I think the best way to go for the rematch is to just open a training camp the moment that fight was up. But though the money he made from that fight, I don't think he has made that kind of money. So a whole lot, starts happening with him. Even the father has to call him to order and said, come on, you don't do things this way. But you have to see that, or rather you have to know that the paparazzi that goes with boxers after victories is so much. So he just allowed himself to get more weight, and that was the reason why even Joshua could have knocked him out in that rematch, but he was just cautious. He never wanted to make the kind of mistake that he made in that first match that gave Andy Ruiz that fight. So as someone who wants to claim his bets, however, anyhow you're going to win it, it doesn't really matter. But all that matters is for you to reclaim your title, and that was what Joshua did. So I think he has learned his lessons, and looking at him the way he started now, really smart, and losing 55 pounds, that's huge. So in his next fight, I want to see how he's going to react, and how even when he was when he had that much weight in their first fight, the way he attacked Joshua that gave him that victory was so fast, despite the fact that he was fat. But now that he's slimmer, I'm sure he could go faster and take his opponent down to the canvas before maybe 5 or 6 rounds. I just want to see him fight the more. He's a good fighter, he's a good boxer, no doubt about that. But now I think he's taking things serious, so that's good for Andy Ruiz.
Well, any athlete, whether a boxer or whatever, after winning any competition, the main thing to do, or the normal thing to do, is to go back to training and even train more, because obviously you just stepped up your game, so definitely more people will come after you. That was just a careless mistake on his part. And then when that picture of him losing so much weight appeared online, at first I thought it was fake, because I almost did not even recognize him. But then it turned out that he actually went back and did all the works. If he's actually able to pull off something great after this, it would really go down in history. That's what I think, if he's actually able to pull off something great after this.
Alright guys, time for you to join us on the show. Call us on 070-626-39275 or 090-3939-4427. You can also reach us on 081-2178-9154. Hello.
Hello, guys, very good.
Danjuma, welcome.
Good evening.
Good evening, Danjuma.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
My first congratulating you, but for that one victory against their opponent yesterday. That got to still qualify for the group stage. But nevertheless, they will really need to work hard if they want for the competition, or probably win the cup. Yes, that's for them. But yesterday, Champions League, PSG no just do themselves good as well. Looking at the way the team play the tournament now, the two of them, they really made the Champions League, because the type of money they don't invest for those two clubs, not only the Champions League, will be a good one for everyone. But PSG yesterday, they're supposed to know what to do. Go never over, it is over. But the second leg, I just imagine to know the great. Either they play 0-0 or the big yes. So we'll see how the second leg will be. But for Thursday football player for today, they are serious. More and Arsenal. If they want to this is they are serious. But we know say only it's only call Man U. No the past quarter or semi-final for any cup. Whether it will see happen to run this season. If you happen to run this season, no Man U RIP. They the second, because you know have been in the cup. I do well.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello, good evening. Ibrahim. It's
Great Gunners.
Yeah, so I don't play. I paid. It's left for the boys to go and write their name in good. I know that this is a big final. if they're able to, I know that Villarreal is good. It's not because of Onaimre, because Villarreal is good for some time. So that they have not been able to win league or to be in top 3. They are good. If Onaimre is so fantastic as he was when he was Sevilla, he would have won the league, the Europa when he was with Arsenal. He got to the final, and what's up him? So he will also fail this time around, because what makes him not to win it when he was Arsenal will also happen to him. I'm not banking on Arteta, because Arteta has nothing to offer. I'm only praying at these boys. Just go there, do something so that by next season you will be playing Champions League. Just go there. You try to make a history for yourself, not for Arteta, because Arteta has nothing to offer till tomorrow. So that is that. I congratulate Enyimba. They try. It's one of those things. In African football, you make sure that you win in your home ground, and when you go away, if you're opportunity to get a goal, you'll be happy. So that is the game. Orlando Pirates, I don't think that they won't won any away match, or they win any away match. So that is the system. Just make sure that you will always win your home match. Now they are in a group stage, so we should be looking at what they can offer. I also congratulate our Governor His Excellency, Governor Baseki, for our to plan to tomorrow to reward those athletes. May God bless them and bless you people that are doing the work. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Hello.
Hello, good evening. Okay.
Good evening.
This is Philip calling from Coco. Okay, good evening.
My brother, good evening. You're welcome.
Nancy, I meet you over there no time.
Good evening.
I don't know. How do you see Chelsea now, Nancy?
Well, Chelsea, from that game of yesterday, the day before yesterday, I think when they play at Stamford Bridge, I don't see them winning. I feel like yes, because Zidane is like a pro in Champions League, although there's no constant winner. But I think it's going to boil down to Zidane versus Tuchel, and I see Zidane coming out tops. So.
Okay.
Why didn't he come out top in Madrid?
Yeah, I mean, that's why I say, everybody make mistakes.
So it was a mistake that they got a draw.
Kind of.
If what we saw from Madrid is what we are going to see at Stamford Bridge,
it's definitely not going to be the same. I mean, that's Zidane.
Zidane want to come to the pitch and play.
Yeah, go ahead.
This legislative member of better insurance, this deputy governor, are they paying the way they pay other players?
Sorry?
Are they paying the way they pay other players?
Okay. If the governor is being paid, well, he's a registered player of Bendel Insurance. I'm sure that he absolutely deserves to get paid as every other player. But I don't know. I don't have the details, but I don't think he's receiving pay officially. We're just joking when we said if the athletes are getting any reward, then the deputy governor should also get his. But I'm sure even if the governor announces tomorrow that there is a reward for all athletes and the deputy governor is getting, I know very well that the deputy governor will give it out, But we are just saying that he should be getting his, having done the work. He deserves it. But as a player for Bendel Insurance, I'm not sure he's receiving a salary, but he should, because he's a registered player for the club.
Okay, I wish Chelsea all the best the remaining season at the Champions League. I so much believe that Chelsea will go further. I believe it.
All right.
Thank you very much for job well done. God bless you.
Okay. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Good evening.
We are the Kadaba of sports.
Pastor Thomas Yamo, welcome, sir.
I don't know.
Nancy?
But I wish
sit down, sir.
Oh, my daughter is this. I hope you are fine too.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, I'm very glad that Manchester City won yesterday. And I pray I'm a Chelsea fan. I pray that Chelsea should win the cup or Manchester City. And I promise that if they do, I may be compared to good and give them handshake. So I pray that either of them should win the cup. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Hello.
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 Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, this is Mr. Gordon Idemuda calling from office.
Welcome. Good to have you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Oga Ibrahim. Well, let me quickly congratulate him the last time because I go to it came very late, but then he changed the narrative, taking him back from the listing of the law to the top of law. That is unbelievable. So of course, Anayo Iweala was very instrumental. I don't know if you watch it, how he was able to get that delivery. And of course, Ilio Lisema didn't just retire. In fact, it was an exciting moment for him. And the governor and everybody but then going forward, they just have to hold it down because they still got to settle Ziraja Casablanca, who has not even lost a single game. And they have not even considered any. From what I heard, and the top 30 goals about 12 goals so far. So nothing is still there. It means paying back just have to watch it. That's just the truth. So beyond that, also quickly look at Man City. They did very well, if you ask me, because nobody really gave them a chance that they will be able to win PSG away from home. But I was actually thinking the best they could get would be a draw. But unfortunately, I should rather change it. They were able to dispatch PSG. But I think they are one leg there already at the final. If they can function their own game, at least get a draw or whatever, that will take them through. And of course, Chelsea most likely going to play with Man City. Whatever the lady there is saying, it doesn't concern us. They are going to dispatch Real Madrid in a way that they will be afraid of Chelsea going forward. And because they were very lucky. They're just like some of the football coaches and all the rest have said, even the that even the goal that they scored shouldn't have been allowed to stay. Reason being that as the quarter was already broken. But then if you let them go into all of that, that was the only shot they have on target. And you are here telling me that the guy will do that. Just let it that one. I'll see what we do for you.
It's possible. Every match is different. It's
yes, every match is different, but we are going to make it more different. And that is my promise, so that you don't know that it's not going to be a guru at all. We are going to teach them a deeper lesson from the last. Thank you, and do have a blessed evening, Oga.
Thank you. Hello.
Oga Ibrahim, good evening.
Madrid, don't come.
Yeah, good evening to Oga Ibrahim and Nancy.
Good evening.
It's easier said than done. We are going to dispatch Real Madrid. Anyway, let's see how it goes. We are appealing to Real Madrid to take their leg off the gas so that Chelsea can go through. Either Real Madrid or Chelsea, I don't know if Manchester City is in the finals because I'm hearing different persons are seeing it, but I don't know. It's going to be hard not to crack for Manchester City. Pep Guardiola said he has won the Champions League. Yes, I know. But if you ask me, I thought Iniesta, Xavi, and Messi won that Champions League. I think he was the manager. But I thought those are the players who won the Champions League. So let's see what happens. It's not going to be easy for him, whether Chelsea or Real Madrid. And let's not forget, if you look at the formation of the match last night, it was not a tactical formation. And PSG, I don't know if they were thinking that it was a friendly match because they were just playing to the gallery. Neymar, Kylian Mbappe. The players even featured. I don't know what Mario Icardi was doing on the bench. And so I thought he was supposed to have started that game. Allow Kylian Mbappe to run from the flanks. That is where it's more dangerous. But they decided to play him as the point man, and nothing happened. So I believe Mauricio Pochettino will want to rewrite the wrong. Maybe that can be done in Etihad. So I still believe that there is all to play for at Etihad. So if Manchester City decide to go and sleep, believe that they are already in the finals, they will do that at their own peril. for Chelsea and Real Madrid, it's a 50-50 situation. So for those who think that maybe it was a draw in Bernabeu, it's going to end like that, or it has ended, it has not. Let them see. The Real Madrid is not a pushover in the Champions League. So if Chelsea eventually stay through, Chelsea will have to thank God. And like I said, Pep Guardiola can't win the Champions League this season. He has to wait for another season. He might get to the final, but he cannot win it. The Manchester City's name is not written in that Champions League now. For those who see beyond the present. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hello.
Oga Ibrahim.
Good evening.
Yeah, James Wonderful from Omida.
Up Man City.
Yes, up Man City. See, if they like to make them that you don't win this season, they not write Man City name for them, no problem. The thing is, maybe if you go Paris yesterday, they will beat up Saudi. But nevertheless, we'll wait for the return leg. I know say there are more work to do, you understand? So, but that one already gives us an edge. You understand? PSG need to beat us 2-0, clear 2-0 for them to qualify. You hear me? So Man City not be almost finishing and lost it down. Once PSG beat them 2-0. So well, I just sit back and just sit and relax. See that on Tuesday come. We'll see how I go play. So for that way they talk, but I want to make a note. Anything make Man City reach final, forget whether Madrid or Chelsea, we are winning.
Now so they talk for FA Cup semi-final, but Chelsea do nothing.
FA Cup, down a semi-final or die Ibrahim. That one just semi-final. You get my point, so don't leave that one aside. And we know why that match collapsed. Now after Kevin De Bruyne come up for that mission, now that less collapse.
Kevin De Bruyne not there. Kevin De Bruyne
not there. They don't remove our guy. They don't remove our. They don't remove our before Chelsea score. We may need the match. We may go back.
When in the Man City no score.
As long as the dream is there, I don't see anybody. I don't see anybody on that Ibrahim. Whether we play well last time or we not play well, I don't see anybody. So I already let you. Anybody who wants to come meet it, if you reach final, anybody who meet with that shot for all the Madrid will beat them.
Okay.
Simple.
Thank you. Hello.
Good evening, guys.
Good evening, Dan Chelsea. Welcome.
Yeah, good evening.
You're welcome. Good evening.
I greet you.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, you've been talking person before, but this is a tradition, You don't come make me come begin to say, this is the Chelsea enemy. But all the same, I think that the next week now we will know whether Zidane is king of Champions League or other managers are still coming behind him. Man City yesterday, I think they've done a very good job for themselves because by next week they should just try to defend and know what PSG will play. Yesterday, PSG just they use Man City come there and say maybe like just small club like that. So especially when they score the first, but they think they don't do over. I was very happy for Man City. I think I'm seeing Chelsea, Man City for the final. And also Thursday, I wish them all the best. The two English club, they should try and do what their big brother don't do for Champions League. Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah, this is George.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to ask a question concerning this Imba game yesterday. You know, they talked it terrible. I don't really know how they talked that move call. From what I know before, I thought goal difference was the first criteria to use when a team is tied on the same point. Because from what I know, I thought maybe if Trinity is in the same position, that was only when they used head-to-head. I don't really know how they did it yet. I don't want to explain. Thank you.
Okay. It's when three teams are on the same point. That's when head-to-head is cancelled. Okay, but the first criteria, let's take all this because we'll explain, but the first criteria is head-to-head. Hello.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, welcome.
Thank you. My name is Samuel. I'm calling from Muriwa.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Now yesterday match, I was very happy for Man City because they came from behind to win Paris Saint-Germain. I am tipping either Real Madrid or this Man City to play in the final or and win the Champions League. That's what I'm tipping. Thank you.
Okay, let's look at the text messages we have. Not many. Okay, let's go back to the lines. Hello.
Hello. Okay, Brian.
Good evening.
Yeah, I called back gentle.
Okay.
Okay, Brian, no matter what match the place, you know they easy to come from one go down to win PSG for their home. 2-1. So we need to give them kudos no matter what.
Okay.
That's just the truth. Not how say people they call PSG playing as if they are playing friendly match. I don't understand. Who cares? What will be at the end of the 90 minutes? What will be the outcome? What is the result?
Yeah, but everybody who has said that.
It's like gamble with your football, gamble with I don't care. But at the end of it all, it's 2-1.
Yeah.
I'm sure I will go for that matter.
Nobody
said
that.
They are coming to Etihad Stadium now.
Nobody
said they walk over.
Okay, thank you, gentle.
I saw some people calling telling us that
you don't do now. You don't do. Everybody's even as St. Wenger, that's what he's saying at this moment. You know, he said PSG got emotional and they were aggressive in a stupid way. He said it. I mean, so just calm down. I mean, nobody is saying Man City did not play well. Nobody is saying Man City didn't show character by coming from a goal down to win. But there was something that people also saw now. So you are not just because Man City won, they shouldn't say that Paris Saint-Germain did some things that were wrong. That's not how you do analysis now. You look at everything. Yeah, so Manchester City won. Congratulations to them. Well done. And they've proven that they have what it takes to mix it up with the very best in Europe. Well done. But it was also clear that PSG did some things that were not right. Even their last game, the match against was it Bayern Munich, right? They lost at home. They lost at home. Yeah. You saw the chances that they had. Clear-cut chances. They hit the post how many times? So will you say, okay, because Bayern Munich won, then every other detail is irrelevant? Nobody should even say anything about it. No, now they will mention that they had chances. If they are taking those chances, they will have won the match. It's possible that if they had scored yesterday, Man City will have scored more. It's possible. Yeah. So, but you can't say people shouldn't say why did or they should not say Paris Saint-Germain were below par in the second half, because they were. That's how analysis works. Okay, let's go on this break. We'll be right back to sign off.
Mr. Chairman, sir, beautiful advertisement.
Thank you.
But was he approved by APCON before exposure?
APCON?
APCON is the Advertising Practitioners Council of Nigeria, the federal government advertising regulatory authority that vets and approves all adverts before they are exposed on radio, TV, billboard, any medium.
You mean it's the law?
Yes, sir. APCON is backed up by the law to vet all adverts to ensure they are not in bad taste. And there's a big penalty for non-compliance.
Call me our consultant now.
Get your advertisements vetted and approved by APCON before exposure. Call 0909 144 2787 0811 562 4892 or visit www.apcon.gov.ng today for details on APCON offices nationwide.
I won it! Oh my gosh! Guy, since I joined BigBet, I've been cashing out steadily. You don't mean it! Look at you! Let me tell you, they offer bigger odds, 315% accumulator bonus, got one bonus, and you can even cash out anytime, whether in the shops or online. They also have the best virtual games and jackpots. You see? They even pay winnings instantly! Guy, choose bigger rewards. Visit www.biggybet.com to claim your 120% welcome bonus now. BiggyBet. Bigger reward, big.
I can see all the lines blinking. What's all of I want to talk? We have to go right now. I don't know, maybe they won't respond to gentle. I don't know. But all the lines are blinking. But let's just quickly look at the text messages before we go. This one says, okay, Brian, Delta go still carry first. The big heart, my pride. To the G from RCC. Yeah, it's only somebody who's not been following the National Sports Festival who will argue with you. I mean, absolutely. Delta have proven over the years that they are the best. Please, Oga Ibrahim, who won the Women's Football Super League, that's the Super 6. I was not following the competition since Edo Queens crashed out. But Edo Queens were there till the last day now, so but after they lost their first 2 matches, you stopped listening to anything about the Super 6. Well, it was Rivers Angels who won. It's Manchester City is for Champions League trophy and Manchester United for Europa trophy. My prediction, Kachi from PZ. Okay, so the two trophies will be coming to Europe, will be coming to England, and they'll be coming to the city of Manchester.
Hello.
Nanjuma. Asna, how are you doing?
Well, I agree to you. I also agree to you. I agree to your co-analyst in this video. That game yesterday, I settled down everywhere I watched out from my area. But before I was start, there was a surprise when I discovered they asked whether I was coach. After this, I coached Pata as a coach. Obviously, we told you at the same game because Man City does not create any clear-cut chance for that game. Only the clear-cut chance where they created and the keeper, one by the keeper error, then two, the second one by that mistake. With this guy
that's what we're trying to tell you.
because I was very, very angry. Why that Jonah not change the pattern of the game for second half? But only say, to be said, PSG went to sleep. So God, man, they went to sleep for that second half. Nema, the dance, Sila Pati, Di Maria. The team just completely, as Man City scored that goal because one, he did my best. Correct for 2 Man City to win. I was very, very angry. Because when I see the formation of the game for the first time, I said, God, I got to win my money like this. But unfortunately, God just do and now just by chance, just 2 chances, that they also scored that 2 goals. So, keep our error from error. So, but today, I pray when I think I figure out their chance because once for this life, I see the talkers, the better pass Ateta. So, if Ateta can prove it wrong today, God of soccer, he join us. Be good. So now be the player owner they play today because they lose more than one goal, they forget that. The rest is history. So whatever United for final, who will join the round will never know. Well, but I agree to now.
Great to us now. All right, thank you very much. And that's where we are going to wrap things up this evening. We'll see you tomorrow morning on a fresh edition of Sports Fiesta. I'm Saliu Ibrahim. They call me the Sports Abracadabra. I've been doing this with Ego Sagbekan and Nancy. Guys, please stay tuned. At 5 p.m. there will be KU News Break. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.
I've said it before.
We will still say it again.
Beware of human traffickers and smugglers who encourage irregular migration. Beware of offers of jobs in Europe. Beware of stories of getting rich quick once in Europe.
Beware of stories of opportunities to become international model, football star, actor, actress, or singer in Europe.
Note, there is no easy way to making it big except crime.
And if you are caught, you will go in for it.
Europe is no Eldorado.
Nobody picks money on the street. If you must travel,
do it the right way.
Say no to desert travel.
Say no to crossing the sea to Europe.
Don't be deceived.
Many have died in the desert, sea, or even prison.
Say no to human trafficking.